Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be heading over towards the Skull Woods to complete the third dungeon in the Dark World. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually fixed the border around the game there, on the edges. I had accidentally left it on the light world border. I meant to update it to the Dark World as soon as we got to the Dark World, but it just didn't happen. My monitor volume is too loud. I can't hear myself think. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna be looking for a few secrets along the way. I think there's a piece of heart this way that I can grab. Over here in this little space. Yep. So if you come to this little ring of flower bushes, that's what I like to call them. It'll actually put you up here on top of this little cliff that you couldn't get to before. And inside, if you can believe it, is a piece of heart. Amazing. Alright, so now we're going to head the other way. Now that we had the hook shot, we can cross the river to the north. I guess that would be Zora's River, sorta. Maybe not officially. But yeah, we should be able to cross that to the north where we couldn't go before. And that'll allow us to head over to Skull Woods. I'm not gonna mess with that guy. Or that bag of garbage, which is what that looks like to me. With noodles coming out of it. It's a bag of garbage with noodles coming out. That hops around. Alright, so here is the spot we have to go. So you see the bridge is out. That's what's preventing us from going this way. But if we have the hook shot, we can cross that gap. What is Gen's wish, you ask? Is to rule the entire cosmos. Do you think it might be possible with the power of the Triforce binding? Wow. Not just Hyrule, huh? The whole cosmos. That's interesting. So we should be able to get in here and warp to the light world to get the treasure within. Which I believe is the cape. Why is my phone going off? That's not important. It's actually my work phone, so it's definitely not important. And it's the cape! So the magic cape makes you like invisible and able to pass through some objects. Not every object, but some objects. Which can be pretty useful in certain situations. Is it gonna send me back? Oh, it is. God dang it. Gotta play this whole song and dance where I have to scoot up a little bit and wait for myself to reappear. And now I should be okay. Yes? Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, it'll let you actually walk through certain objects. I'll demonstrate it here in a bit because we can actually use it to get another item here soon. I guess a piece of heart actually, not an item, but yeah, we'll use that in a bit. So up here is another piece of heart. Quite a few that we can get now actually. I've been kind of slacking on the treasure collecting part of everything, but that's okay. Treasure collecting isn't very fun to watch, nor is it fun to do. So we're gonna actually go this way, past the Arrow of Skulls, which if I saw an Arrow of Skulls in real life, I would be really creeped out. I guess those are supposed to be, are they supposed to be Moblin skulls? I mean, I guess they are. I mean, it's sort of shaped the same, aren't they? I have no idea. I never thought about that. Alright, so in here, you see there is a lovely piece of heart up there. And we're gonna go get it. Using the power of go away jelly. Using the power, go away jelly. Can't even get my sentence out here. Using the power of the cape, we're gonna collect that piece of heart. So right here, it is a big gap that you have to use the hook shot to cross. So this looks impassable. You can't get past it. It's one of those little bumper things, but if you use the cape to go invisible, boop, you can actually go right through it. And that allows you to get to the other side where the heart piece is. So there you go. That's what the cape does. Also, it drinks a ton of magic, so only use it when you have to. It's good if you want to get through an area without getting taking any damage. You can kind of don it and then just run through the room because enemies won't hurt you while you're using the cape. they'll pass just straight through you, like anything else. So that's good. This guy right here is a little tougher than some of the other enemies in the Dark World, but he's not that big of a deal. He does a lot of damage, is what he really does. So I think he's like the only one on the overworld right there in that spot. So just be mindful of him. Yeah, we're gonna pick these up. Oh wait, no, I gotta get the what was I thinking? I gotta get the Titan Smith first before I can do that. Well, I mean, I can still do what I came over here to do. There's another heart piece over there that I thought I could get, but I actually need the Titan Smith before I can get it. Anyway, moving on, what we're gonna do is hammer this post down, and we're gonna hop down to the well here. We're gonna go up, not to the left. And here's a little weird statue thing that looks like it's got a pot of blood in it, which is what I always thought it was. And we're gonna use the magic powder on it, and that's gonna make a bat show up. And then he just says, "Thanks for," or he's angry about me waking him. He says he's gonna put a curse and cut my magic in half. But what he actually does is cut my magic usage in half. So every item takes half as much magic as it did previously. So it effectively doubles your magic meter. That's why it says 1/2 above it now. So that's very useful for the next dungeon. We're going to need that because there are a few instances where we have to use a lot of magic in one go, and it's nice to have as much as we can get. There's a few chests in some of the houses that have rupees in them, like 300 or so. And so if you need rupees, collect those. I'm full in rupees, so I'm not going to collect them. But I am going to go in here because this mini game actually has a heart piece in it. So we're going to spend a bunch of money here first, and then we'll replenish our money using the aforementioned chests. So basically it's just random chance. You just have to pick two, go out, go back in, and hopefully at some point you'll get the piece of heart. 30 rupees, here we go. This one, yeah! Third try I got it. That is amazing. That never happens. Okay, so now I have no use for the chest full of rupees, so I just leave those, I guess. I guess that's another example of a place where rupees are kind of required. I mean, you don't have to do that to beat the game, so it's not exactly required, but if you want to 100% the game, you need to do that. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, in the dungeon after the one we're about to do, we will get the Titan's Mitt, which allows us to lift these darker stones, and then we'll go to save that guy. He's a frog right now, but when we take him to the White World, he's actually the other swordsmith. So we'll be able to take him back to his brother, and they will fix our sword up for us and make it better before he kills me. Jesus. Okay. So I didn't bring any magic potion with me like I was meaning to, but that's okay. So this dungeon is actually really easy to complete if you know what you're doing. So just follow what I do, and you should be okay, as long as I don't get confused, because sometimes I get confused in this dungeon too. Just the beginning part of it though, I know what to do everywhere else. Oh yeah, I gotta go hit the, this thing. Okay. Now we can come over here and pull the switch, which explodes the wall. And that actually opens up the chest here. And we'll need to go there in a moment, but first we have to go get the big key. So we'll go ahead and leave to do that now. I just always open that up first for some reason. That's how I've always done it. Don't judge me. There's the map if you want it. Don't really need it, but it's there. Ah. It's like pinball. This is great. Alright, so where we've got to actually go is not here. We gotta go this way. And into here. And in here are some mummies. The mummies are going to be pretty hard to defeat right now. They take a lot of hits. Also, there's a floor master in this room. If you know what the Floor Master is, it's basically a hand that drops down and takes you to the beginning of the dungeon, which is annoying. So, I'm gonna try to kill these guys without the Floor Master getting us. I'm pretty sure the Floor Master's in this area. I don't know why he hasn't dropped yet. Maybe he's in the next area, not this area. But there's a Floor Master. Oh, there he is, see. I knew there was a Floor Master. It's just a matter of time before it showed up. So, as in every other Zelda game, the Floor Master is a pain in the ass, as you can imagine. He always drops down at the worst times. Basically, the key to dodging him in this game is just to listen for the noise that he makes. As soon as you hear the noise, walk away from where you're at, and you should be okay. No, things are not going well. I'm gonna ether my way out of this. Okay, so that chest right there contains the big key, which is what we need. So we're gonna grab that real quick. Kill the Floor Master. Actually, we could have used the Floor Master to our advantage and let him take us back to the beginning of the dungeon, but I'm not gonna do that. I think there's... You could bob this wall, and I think there's just pots in there, but maybe I'll get some hearts because I need some. It's just a pot, or skull rather, and it's just magic. Really use some health. I may end up going to the light world just so that I can... Oh great, nothing. Just so that I can get some magic potion. Or magic potion. Potion to refill my magic, because I am going to need that later in the dungeon. I'll do that if I die. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go back to where we were at earlier. I don't know why. Alright, let's see if I can get some parts of this, because I really need some. Also, you can trap this little thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait right here for it to come around. I'll pick that up so it's trapped. And then pick it up again, and it just gets stuck in one spot. Bit of fun for you, I guess. We can get this. Da-da-da-da. This is the fire rod. It allows us to shoot fire, as you can imagine. Pretty much the same thing as the ice rod, but with fire. Brilliant. So now we're going to backtrack to where we were before. Ouch. Okay. Now we're going to go back around this way. The thing that makes this dungeon a little hard for some people is the fact that the dungeon isn't just, it's not just the dungeon. You actually have to exit the dungeon and then go back in at different points to make it through the dungeon. And that throws a lot of people off, and they end up wandering around in useless areas of the dungeon and basically wasting time, and they can't really figure out what to do. But we're not going to do that. We're going to zip straight through. Also, getting to the second half of the dungeon is a bit confusing to some. So what you run into is this. Which, I mean, you look at this and you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? What is this? Is it a boss? What is it? But really, you're supposed to stand in front of it and shoot it with a fire rod. And it opens up. I'm sure there's a hint somewhere in the game that tells you to do that, but, I mean, it's not super obvious. To be fair. Getting that key that I got before saves you from having to go down there to get another key, so it's a good idea to do that. It's on the way anyway, so just grab it and save yourself a little bit of time. Avoid the Floor Master if you can. That was pretty cool. I totally didn't mean to hit him like that, but, you know, I'm just going to claim those skills. I hit the wrong pad. It's supposed to be one to the right. So this room is supposed to be a little tricky, but it's actually kind of easy. Just follow the pattern that I did, and you'll figure it out pretty quickly. Ooh, Floor Master. So if you shoot the mummies with the fire rod, you've got a good chance of getting a magic decanter, which is what gives you magic if you didn't know. But not all the time, so just keep that in mind. Go away, Floor Master. Okay, so you're going to clear everything out in this room so you can do this really quickly. You're going to shoot there, there, and it opens the door. You can do it in any order, it's just that's the order I always go in, so. Oh, I forgot to mention the, as you saw, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the fire rod is really good against the mummies. So they were giving us trouble earlier, and they're really hard to kill with the sword, but they're just one shot with the fire rod, so that's nice. I'm not doing well right now. We are actually almost done with this dungeon, if you can believe that. But I may have to exit so I can get some magic. Oh, another thing to note, if you freeze enemies and hit them with the hammer, they will most of the time give you magic. Not all the time. That one gave me a key, because it's supposed to. Yeah, so that one gave me magic. Usually it works better, especially on the overworld. It didn't do so good this time. I'm going to see if there's any magic in here, and if there isn't, I'm going to go to the light world to get magic, because we're really going to need it. Don't think that's going to be enough. Alright, so I'm actually going to go get some magic now. Oh, and if you didn't know, using the magic mirror inside a dungeon takes you to the entrance, so that's useful. I'm going to get some magic, and I will meet you back in the boss room. Or the room we were, which is right before the boss room. Surprise! The dungeon's really short. That would make a little more... Ow. Stop. I died. I died. We can clip that in. I need some magic. Alright. So if you talk to this lady, she'll actually give you a sample of the red potion, and that heals you. So basically it's a free heal. So why wouldn't you take that? I've got one potion of magic, or magic medicine, and 2 fairies. I think I'm going to stick with that setup for the boss fight. The boss isn't particularly hard, but having the fire rod makes it a lot easier. Back to the dark world! Yeah. No, I want it! I'm upset about that. No, 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 go away! Ow! Hey, it got me, but I still lived. I don't know how I did that. Alright, so we're back in this room. I've got some magic. I've also used like half the magic I had since I entered the dungeon. But we're gonna roll with it anyway. Got the fire rod at the ready. Drop down this room, and that takes you to the boss. Mothula. So wait till it starts flapping its wings, and then you can shoot it with the fire rod. Watch out, the spikes on the wall are gonna fly out like that and really mess you up, and they're hard to dodge. But luckily, this boss makes the console lag. I'm playing on emulator, but it makes the emulator lag too, so same thing. And now we need our magic medicine. Probably about to die. I have fairies, but I'm just gonna let them catch me automatically because it'd be way too hard to try to get the fairy out and catch it in the battle. So I'll just die and let them get me like this. Come on. Okay, it should be just like maybe 1 or 2 more hits and we'll be done. Okay, I lied. Just like 3, 4, 5 more hits. 6, 7, 8. There we go. There's a little bit, just a few more hits. That was it. And there you go. That is the 3rd dungeon complete. Now we can move on to the 4th dungeon. And that one is actually very close by. We could have actually done the 4th dungeon before the 3rd one, but I don't understand the point of doing that. So we just do them in order, as Nintendo intended, the right way. And here we go with the boring speech again. Yes, I understand. Melee here, they drive for yeah, let's go. Swing! Okay, so that is it for the 3rd dungeon. In the next part, we will be heading straight to the 4th dungeon, although we may take a pit stop and grab a bird and a flute, or a flute and then a bird. Just watch the next one. You'll see what I'm talking about.